Woodworker Billy here. Hey, don't mind my set behind me. This is actually not a set. This is actually a living, working workbench. And I've been just slam busy at work right now. It's that time of year right before winter when things just get crazy wild. So that said, I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that happened to me and wanted to pass this along. Home Depot had a sale on, let me get the two of them here. The DeWalt tape measures, they're normally like $25-30. They had them for like $16 or $18. It was a double set. I saw it, I was like, oh wow, I'm going to pick one of those up. That's not a bad deal. I've been wanting to get one of these ones that has the big grab head to it, you know, that at the end here. I guess you'd call it a head or a grabber. Anyways, this is the point of the story. When you extend out this tape 25 feet, and I don't know if you guys can see it, there's like an oil slick a little bit in there. That's because I've been trying to lubricate this locking mechanism. Yesterday, I'm working on a porch/deck project, and I'm extending it out about 20 feet. Let it go. Thing flies back. It's whipping around. It didn't even go right in it. Like bent back, hit a piece of wood, caught me right in the forehead. I mean, it hurt, and it actually cut my forehead open. And I'm like, holy crap, you know, this thing, no stopping it once it gets going. So throughout the day, it kind of bit me a couple more times on my hands. I was kind of keeping an eye on it, and I'm like, you know, I'm busy working, so I wasn't going to go look for another tape measure at that time. But after I got done what I was doing, I wasn't using the tape too much. Today I started working again, and it nailed my hand, cut my hand. And like, okay, in 2 days this thing's drawing blood twice. And I was kind of like laughing about it a little bit. The 16-footer's not as bad, but it's just they just got this wicked end piece on them, you know. And I get the point. Somebody in engineering was like, "Oh, I'll build an end for my tape measure that'll hook on to anything." That's great, but did you field test it? Because when this thing comes flying back at you at warp factor 7, and it busts you in the forehead or hits your hands, and you're trying to break it, and it's not slowing down any, it's it's to me, it's garbage. I'm gonna return it. I gotta see if I can find a receipt on them. It's going back. It's useless to me. I mean, it's anything that's gonna go like that. I've been using tape measures my whole life. I know what they are like on a recoil. One of my favorite tape measures, to give you an idea, this is old school Craftsman. One of the problems I had with these is Craftsman had a lifetime warranty on their stuff. So I had bought a couple of these. When they started to act up, I went back in to exchange it, and they tried to give me some piece of crap Sears knockoff. So, you know, I kind of had a problem with that. It's like, you sold me something that was supposed to be a lifetime tool, and you give me one replacement, and you're giving me something that I can't replace after that. The Sears ones don't have a warranty. But what's ingenious about it is in the bottom they put this lever, and it's gentle to use. When it goes out, it's like positive locking. It's already locking. You can see the standout right there. I'll take it right by the camera. And then as you squeeze it, it comes in. And the brake, if you go hard, it goes fast. If you just need to adjust a little bit, you just kind of feather it. The brake mechanism is kind of weak on it. If you're out there, it'll start to sometimes self-feed itself a little bit. But I never got hurt with this thing. I mean, you got to watch a tape measure. They're sharp. They can cut you on the sides. And yeah, you got to watch the hooks and all that. But nothing like this monstrosity from DeWalt. I mean, this thing is this thing's dangerous. It really is, which is why I'm doing the video on it. If any of you got one of these, just return it. Don't. I'm telling you right now, your fingers and your forehead will thank me, because I could not believe the speed this thing was coming back at me at. And I mean, honestly, today a couple times on the job, I was out, and I'm out, you know, 16, 18 feet measuring something, and when I let it go, I watched it, and as it came in, like the last 3 feet, I just dropped it. Like, let it just deal with it, because I wasn't going to take the hit on my hand. It was coming in so fast. There was no point. Now, I do have another DeWalt that has a smaller head on it, and I haven't had very many problems with this, but I don't like their locking mechanism. It's really tight. This one's a little bit looser than the other one. I looked in there, and basically it kind of wraps around the reel, and it pushes, there's like little feet or whatever that push down here in the bottom. But it's just too hard to make it work right. You know, for a company like DeWalt who puts out such good product, come on, guys, get it figured out. You know, I hope somebody from DeWalt is watching this because, you know, first off, field test your stuff. You know, before you release it out there and sell it to contractors, test drive it around the block a couple times because obviously this was never done on this one. I don't know what testing they would have done to this. Something coming back at that kind of a speed with that big of an end on it, you're going to hurt somebody. And no way of breaking it. The brake does not work on it. And it's not just one unit. I'm noticing this on as you can see, I'm not BSing you guys here. I have DeWalt tape measures, and this isn't even the end of it. I got a few more out in the car. Since I'm showing you this, I mean, the Chinese knockoff, Pittsburgh from Harbor Freight, they have the same locking system, but theirs actually works better than DeWalt does. And this is, they sell them for $6, but usually you get them for free with a coupon if you buy anything. I got like 4 or 5 of them. What's cool about these ones too is they also have the idiot markings under. They put the, they actually spell it out, 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch. The one side is normal tape, and the other one they actually spell it out for you, so you can't screw it up. You know, it comes back in, and then you see I was able to break that one, and that one, it actually moves better and more fluid than the DeWalt one does. Go figure. $25 tape, free tape. Lowe's is selling these, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Comelons, Komelon. They actually are not a bad tape. You can get them for about between like $6, $7, something like that. They have a, again, it's locking, and you press the button and release it. I like that feature. I like when I pull it out, that it's locking as I pull it out, and then when I want to bring it back in, I control that. I actually don't like the ones that are loose, and then I got to tighten it up afterwards. It's just more work. This is actually an easier way to use them. This is a different version of the same tape, different color, a little different layout. You know, and then you can see the lock's holding fine. Now, the thing with these cheaper tapes is your standout's not going to be as good. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, standouts, you know how far it goes out before it starts to break or bend. But and that DeWalt had nice standout on it, but I will trade my forehead and my fingers for a few feet less of standout. So, all right, just want to bring that to your attention. Dangerous tape measure. Watch out. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.